Hello there! I don't do this often, but I think it's going to be fun, and this is one of my favorite games I've been playing. I even have a guild on here. If you guys want to join, look out for the crypt and look out for me. Maybe we'll see each other in game, and I'll invite you to my guild. Maybe we'll see what happens. But this game is called Vesteria. If you guys didn't already know that, and if you guys are reading the title, this is kind of a little bit of a meme, but also a tutorial. So this is going to be how to retire in Vesteria, aka the Ultimate Fisher's Guide to Vesteria. And what we're going to cover is we're going to cover all the fun stuff and the tutorial stuff, and I'm not even going to go into the events for stuff. And what I mean by events is there's one event in this game that is currently going on. I don't even think it's an event, it's just a thing that you can do where you get a bunch of this one really rare fish and then you can turn it into a pet in this game, but I'm not going to get into that. Also, if you guys don't already have Hysteria or don't know what it's about, it's an MMORPG on Roblox and it's 80 Robux. Welcome to my Ultimate Fisher's Guide. As you can see, what I'm wearing right now, this is pretty much, I would think that this is my go-to look right here for when I'm fishing. I can't remember if there's actually a chest piece that's different, but this is essentially my go-to thing. We have my fishing rod, we have my pirate hat, and we have my nice boots. And now, we're not going to go into all the stuff to get the pirate hat, and we're not going to get into all the stuff to get the boots. That can be in another video if you guys like this. What I will to go through, though, is how to get started in fishing, so that way you can retire and live a nice life, fishing your life away here in Vesteria. And the beauty of it is, too, you don't even need that high of a level to do this. In fact, you don't need to be any level to do this. But I do recommend that you get a little bit of a higher level, maybe around level 10 to 20. You can be at really any level still, regardless. But the reason why I'm recommending those levels is because the higher level you are, the less likely you are to get beat by whatever enemies lie in this game, okay? So, we're going to start off the bat. We're not going to be on this same character, by the way. This character's going to stay right here where he is. But we're going to go on to one of my other characters so I can show you guys the process step by step all the way through. And then that's going to be the video, and then hopefully you guys can just enjoy some nice relaxing fishing. And let me know if this helps you guys out. So now what you want to do is you want to go to Seaside Path to start off with, and you want to go and find your first fishing rod. That's what we're doing. We're getting your first ever fishing rod. There's two ways to do this. You can just kill crabbies over and over again, but then the drop chance of you getting a fishing rod is 0.01% chance. It's not really that great. You can always get one from a friend. They probably have an old one that they don't care about, don't really need, and they could lend you theirs, or you could keep it more than likely as well. Some people might even sell their fishing rod too. I don't know how people really go about it, but yeah, those are things that you can do. The other way is we're gonna go and do that right now, which is the easiest way in my opinion, is grabbing a chest. And what we have to do is we have to go all the way to Crabby Den. So you want to follow my path from that dock guy over there in Seaside Path or Shore, whatever it is. I think it's Path, I believe. I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. But we're gonna head all the way over to this. We're gonna head all the way over to this palm tree here, and then we're gonna look for a red conch shell that's kind of on the back. And the reason why I'm saying that you want a decent level here is because I believe that these crabs are like level 10, 13, I don't know, they're just kind of a decent level. You want to fall all the way down here, and you find this conch shell here, and it's a path to Crabby Den. Then you just go in, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to jump in and go to a hole in the right. You'll see what I mean here in a second. And there's just going to be a chest lying there, waiting to give us and bless us with a beautiful old fishing rod. And there's 3 fishing rods in the game. You have the old fishing rod, then you have the fishing rod, then the advanced fishing rod. And the other 2 fishing rods you get from just playing the game and slowly progressing. Let's take a look at these levels of these crabs real fast. They're level 9, so you can probably do okay as long as you're level 10. That should only take a couple hours to quickly get. So where you spawn is you're going to be spawning up here, right next to this dead crab as well. And you just want to fall down here and go straight to your right where this pink conch shell is. The key here is to just remember all the pink conch shells. And then you go into this hole, and you swim all the way to the top of this pool, and you can already see a beautiful yellow glow there. That's a chest. And what we do is we hit it till it opens. And the first thing that we're going to get is an old fishing rod. Once you're done with that, you come back out, and you come back over here, and you follow this pathway all the way back to this over here. Because where we're going next is Scallop Shores, and that is where we start the quest called Luck of the Sea. Once you arrive from Seaside Path and Scallop Shores, you can take cannons and all that if you really want to, but I just recommend following the normal pathway across. Just get all the way across this rock here. You want to go on this pathway that I'm following. You can just copy where I'm going, and then we're going to end up talking to a fisherman who's going to lead us on a nice quest line here to be a fisherman. We're approaching the guy now. It's right next to these crabs as well, and this is again in Scallop Shores. So make sure that you guys end up in this area here after you come from Seaside Path over there. You talk to him, and then he's gonna give you the quest Luck of the Sea. Oh! Once you accept the quest, you're gonna have this here, and it's gonna tell you to go and collect a bunch of fish. This is the part that we're gonna end up talking about now. Now, there's some things that I would like you guys to know before you guys go and set out on this quest, though, okay? The fresh fish and the yellow pufferfish can be found anywhere in any body of water. So where I would recommend you guys go fishing is the Warrior Stronghold or Redwood Pass. The reason why is because you will get the rockfish and the catfish there. Once you've gotten yourself enough rockfish, fresh fish, and yellow pufferfish, all from just fishing in the Redwood Pass or Warrior Stronghold, then you want to go over to the Tree of Life, aka the place where the mages go. It's really pretty, and it's like an enchanted forest. That's where you want to go get yourself some zebrafish. Now we're going to swap accounts here onto an account that's Beat the Quest, which is the one that we saw at the beginning, and then we're going to talk about this part 2 of this quest after you return the quest to the guy. But once you beat that quest, you're also going to get yourself a new fishing rod. It's going to be called Fishing Rod. It's not going to be called Old Fishing Rod like we can see here. Old Fishing Rod. Now, unfortunately, I just realized that I'm going to be unable to show you guys this quest just because I've already completed it. It won't show me the requirements of it. But once you're on the second part, you have to fish at 3 different locations for more rare fish, and you're going to have to be using your normal fishing rod because if you use the old fishing rod, it's going to be much harder on you because you have to fish for more rarer fish. So, what I would do if I were you is I would go to Redwood Pass or Warrior Stronghold to fish for a catfish and pebble fish because that's the requirements. You need a couple of both of those. You'll be able to see the requirements there. Just keep fishing there until you get both of them, I would say. You got to meet both the requirements. After you're done with that, I would go to Port Fidelio or Scallop Shores where you can get the mahi mahi and bloodfish. The bloodfish in particular is going to be really hard because it's a red tier fish, and that means it's just going to be more high rarity, going to be harder to get. But keep that in mind. You got to go to Port Fidelio and Scallop Shores to fish those. Last but not least, you also have the ones in Shipbrock Bottom and Tree of Life, Enchanted Forest, but specifically fish at Tree of Life or the Enchanted Forest because you have the chance at getting the speckled fish and anglerfish there, but the speckled fish is also a red tier fish, so I would just fish at the Tree of Life. Personally, that's where I got mine done. And once you get all that done, you can finally retire like me and go and try to fish a bunch of other fish elsewhere with your advanced fishing rod, which will really help you fish those rare fish. Also, if you guys are wondering why this is a good idea to even start fishing in this game, the speckled fish that we were mentioned just a second ago, 500 mana point restoration. That blue bar in my right there, right here, that blue bar, I have 351. Obviously, you probably have more if you're a mage, but that will replenish 500 mana points just to eat by consuming one speckled fish. And another thing too is if we consider that bloodfish will restore 1,500 of your HP off of consumption. So I highly recommend that you guys can go get yourself these fishing rods and these fish, and then you can come and retire like me. Anyways, I know that this was not my usual content, and I know that it's just a tutorial for another game, and shoot, this might not even be interesting to a lot of people, but if it's helped you or interested you in this game, let me know. I hope it was informative for you guys, and I enjoyed still making this video. My content will be focused around stuff that I just want to make for the sake of myself and for the sake of you guys. I just want to be able to make content that I would like to consume myself. Anyways, though, I really appreciate you guys stopping by to watch this video, even if you guys are not familiar with Vesteria or are not going to go out of your way to do this either way. I still appreciate and hope that you guys enjoyed this regardless. I know it's not long, and I know it's not something that's super interesting, but at least you guys know something now. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. I enjoyed making this. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did in making it, obviously. And you guys mean the world to me. Bye-bye!